Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
And I'm Chris.
and we're keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. This episode's brought to you by Westminster Effects. Check them out, westminstereffects.com. They got some awesome stuff. I just got the Piper drive in. I got the cool, what was it? It's the Lord's Day, my dudes, frog meme thing. I didn't know much about it until I saw it, and I was like, I have to have that. But man, that thing's only $119 for that Piper drive. It's really light overdrive. It's not like one of those light overdrives where you can crank the gain and you're like in saturated, heavy overdrive. It stays pretty light the whole time, but it just adds a nice little flavor to your sound. So I'm really excited to get that on my board whenever I go play out. And then, so check out, they got a lot of cool stuff. And especially if you like cool history people of the Reformed move. I don't know if it's a movement. What is, I don't know.
Which who doesn't?
Yeah. Like they've got some really cool, interesting stuff. And I think they just did a Jesus is King Kanye pedal, which is just pretty interesting. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because Cody really likes that album, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So what's new with you, Chris? What happened this week with you in the gear world?
Absolutely nothing. I don't think I got anything new.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Trying to get rid of stuff, if anything. Trying to get ready.
We did get some cool information.
Oh, yeah, we did. I guess we can share that.
Yeah, we can go. Yamaha. We talked to them. We did a cool. We've done walkthrough videos with them for the past few summer NAMs, and we did. We met up with our guy there, talked about some stuff, and they're gonna send us a couple Rev Stars to play with. So pretty excited. I got Chris the one with the P90s. I was like, that's the way to go. Yours doesn't have the Bigsby on it though, does it?
No, it does. Which I'm pretty excited about.
I think whenever they asked us, I was like, which one would you like? And I got the one that has I don't know if they're humbuckers, but they got the like Filtertron look. So I don't know what they're actually set to sound like.
I feel like I remember specifically asking them a couple of years ago. I think there's humbuckers with that.
They're just humbuckers with the style look. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to play with that. We're kind of hoping maybe we don't have to send them back.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. It's probably not going to happen. They're going to be like, you've got 1.5 days. Because they asked for our like social security numbers and everything. No, I'm just kidding. But so we got that going on. I sold a bunch of crap. I sold my Kemper. I feel lost. Like I don't even know what to do.
No,
I'm actually no. I'm actually going to get the Kemper stage. But I'm pretty excited about that. Because I've wanted to do the like all-in-one unit. I'm going to do that and I'm going to put it on my board. I might have a couple drives, but I want to start using the expression pedals with the Kemper because I really haven't gone that route yet. And I don't feel like I've unlocked the full potential. And I'm pretty excited about that. But for right now, I'm actually just running. Like I'm actually leaving for vacation tomorrow. We're heading down to Florida for a friend's wedding. And I'm bringing a little travel board. I've got the Way Huge Saucy overdrive. I've got the Liverpool by Tech 21. I've got the Wells from Like My Pedals. And I've got an RV5. That's it. That's all I'm going to have on the board.
Solid.
But it seems like a really solid setup. So I'm going to do that because all my friends, we were all musicians together and everything. So I'm bringing a little bit of gear. I'm going to bring like an acoustic. My son's bringing his bass. I'm going to bring that. And we can always mess around if we want to.
Yeah.
But all right. Well, that was pretty quick on the what's new. Let's move on to gear news. All right. So they've been teasing it. But Fender officially launches the American Ultra series. I feel like we have to say it like that.
Probably, because
like that.
You kind of just have to say elite, like snooty.
So it's replacing the existing Elite series, which
this isn't replacing it, or is this in addition to?
No, this is replacing it. So Fender's been doing some weird stuff with their lines
Yes, they.
because they keep changing the names, and then they change some small things. But I mean, it's still fucking Strat and Telly and Jazzmaster and a jazz bass, and then I don't know what type of bass that is.
Oh,
It's like
it's the PJ, but they're calling it the.
I guess it's because I can't see the
Oh, wait,
top
hold
of
on.
the. It just looks a little funny.
Okay, yeah.
The
So my gripe with
Ultra
this whole
Jazz Bass
thing,
V5,
yeah, they don't
whatever.
have just a straight precision bass. They've only got this PJ style bass and then two different a 4 and 5 string jazz bass.
So one of the big things is everyone's like, "What's the difference?" And there's a few differences.
Hmm.
They've got new noiseless vintage pickups or ultra noiseless hot strat pickups on the humbucker strats. They changed the neck a little bit with the way that they finished it. Apparently, it's supposed to be it's supposed to feel like raw wood because it's ultra rolled. Let's see, the ultra satin finish and ultra rolled edges result in a supremely comfortable neck that almost feels like raw wood. And it's got a tapered neck heel. So pretty much what I feel like Fender's done is like seen companies like Shure or Sir and all these, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I like a little gloss on my stuff usually.
Yeah, I mean, I like it either way, really. Like it's not like I have a super huge preference. I mean, I just don't know. Fender keeps putting out the same stuff over and over and over again.
Well,
Like,
didn't we talk about the D neck that they added to this as well?
oh yeah, it's a D-shaped neck because usually they have a C-shaped.
So that's
It's,
new, I suppose.
modern D neck. I don't know. I'm not buying it, Fender. You changed a few specs. I mean, you're still putting. That's the thing that drives me nuts with some of these companies is all they do is change a couple parts of the spec, and they're like, "Oh, it's like a new damn guitar." It's
No.
not. Stop acting like it's something super special, crazy. It's like we changed the specs, and now we have to call it something else because we're stupid.
Hmm.
All right,
I
that's
still
enough of
can't
me
get over this
complaining
V
about
bass.
Fender.
I will say the jazz bass in this series has the block inlays and outlined neck, whatever you call the trim.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty cool. That doesn't make up for it. But that's just me. So the next thing on all this is you getting water with ice.
That was tea with ice, by the way.
Ooh, fancy. Crazy Tube Circuit Cyclone. Is that the full name? The Crazy
Yeah, it's a
Tube
Cyclone.
Circuits? Yeah.
No, Crazy Tube Circuits is a company. It's a Cyclone phaser. It's got four phaser voicings and one pedal. So this company's based out of Greece. And I don't know what that has to. I mean, I just think it's cool. But they've got different settings on this. It's actually got a tap on it, which is not super common for phasers.
Mm-hmm.
But so let's see, they've got four different modes. There's the 45 setting, which is voiced after a classic two-stage phaser born in the mid 70s, which is I guess the phase 45.
You're the phaser guy. I don't know.
I think the phase 45 was early. I'm actually going to look it up. And then you've got the 90, which is the phase 90. Yeah, so phase 45 was from this like 75 area because they've got the 1975 vintage one. It was only $100. Sorry. You got the ST, which recreates the first implementation of another classic four-stage phaser design of the 70s. I'm guessing the small stone. And then they've got the LT, which is a highly sought after boutique phaser pedal from the 1990s. Love Tone. So it's a Love Tone phaser. And it's really cool because if you listen to it, it's got a nice warm sound to it, then which is hard with some phasers. Some phasers get really thin sounding and just extremely, they just take your tone and just turn it completely digital. It sounds like. So it has a lot of cool stuff. You know what? Why don't they have a PH2 in here? That's the world's best phaser.
Is that by popular vote, or is that just
that's fact. I'm sorry. If you listen, some of the best phaser ever used in music, the album Morning View by Incubus. And that's 2 Boss PH2s on there.
Okay.
So take that. That's a fact. If it's good enough for Mike Enzinger, it's good enough for me.
Fair.
Let's move on to the Mooer Hornet. So this is is it the Hornet White? Is that the name of it?
Yep.
It's just the Hornet. Hornet White. Let's see. It's a small little, what we said, 15 watt.
Yeah, a little 15
desktop
watt,
amp.
6-inch speaker, I think is what you told.
6.5 inch speaker.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I guess they've got different ones. There's a white one and a black one.
Yeah.
Has there already been a mini? Is the black one? Oh, it's all right. So they've already got the existing Hornet, which I didn't even know about.
So maybe
that's called the Hornet Black now.
Maybe it's just a special color.
Well, it's a special color. It's actually got different amp models in it.
Oh.
Let's see. So they've already got this. I wonder if the black one will go down in price, or maybe if it's just a way to offer more amps. But it's got an onboard tuner. It's got onboard modulation, delay, and reverb. It's independent tap tempo. It's really neat. This one has 9 different amp models in it, and the original was a Mesa Trip rectifier, JC120 by Roland, Bogner Uberschall, an Engel Powerball, Fender Twin Reverb, and Marshall Plexi. Now the white one has a Fender 65 Twin Reverb normal channel, Mesa Boogie Mark III clean channel, Fender Blues Deluxe, a Marshall Plexi 100, Two Rock Coral overdrive channel, Marshall JCM 900 channel. It has a bass, which is an Aguilar DB715, and then an acoustic, which is a Mooer acoustic. So
why is Vox never on any of these lists?
I don't know. Does Vox like to sue more than these other people?
That's actually a very fair question.
it's like I know he's being a smartass, but that's actually possible. What? Oh, our world, like just you look at me and you wouldn't know. I might know some stuff about things. And then Scott's at home listening, going, actually, I can push
he hops on, it's like my ears tingled. What are y'all?
He's like, listen, are you giving out misinformation? Are you saying things that are wrong?
But
I don't know. I feel like I'm just picking on Scott now. Like, he's not here to defend himself.
Scott, when you listen to this, get on the group tomorrow morning and.
Oh my gosh! All right, so Chris, you've never watched The West Wing, have you, or not really?
Nope.
All right, so there's an episode of The West Wing where Toby, who's a character who's extremely like proud, and he's one of the smartest people like alive in the political world.
From The Office.
Yeah, he's gotcha. I don't know, but they made a bet, and he lost. So when he met people, he had to say, "Hi, I'm Toby. I work at the White House. So he had to like say it and just sound like a know-it-all.
Wow.
And I feel like I'm gonna do that with Scott one day. He has to like start every conversation at NAM with, "Hi, I'm Scott. I'm an acoustical engineer."
You should.
Oh
Send
my
them
gosh.
over to Pro Audio.
Yeah. I'm like, go talk to those guys over there. "Hi, I'm Scott. I'm an acoustical engineer." All right, sorry. Let's work. I got us distracted.
Let's work
All right,
back
so
to this. They're actually
this
pretty cool and they're cheap.
it sounds great. It sounds like I mean, the video they're going to put out is going to be the best sound they can possibly get, and they slaved away, and who knows what editing was done afterwards, but it sounds really good.
Mm-hmm.
And you said price wise, it's 119 euros. That's what 138 American.
130, I think, is what I came up with.
Somewhere around there. I wonder if it's on Amazon. I'm gonna prime that crap. No, I can't. I'm going on vacation. I can't. I gotta stop.
Prime it to your vacation spot.
To my Airbnb. My wife's like, "Really? You're getting packages at Airbnb?"
Like, no.
All right. We're Hornets. 169.99. There's the black one. It is not prime, so
Sad day.
kind of makes me sad. All right, but check that out. If you're looking for something, what? If I worked like at a normal desk, that'd be something I might look into.
This would be fun to do stereo if you got like the black and the white, since they got different models on them. That would be pretty cool.
All right, that's cool. I don't see color, so let's move on. Why did that get copied again? Oh, it's just down there. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to next. Old Blood Noise Endeavors has a new pedal called the Ma XLR. It's a multi-effects pedals for vocals. If you have the time, go to Old Blood Noise Endeavors YouTube and watch this video. It's weird in the most interesting way. Did you get to watch any of the video?
Yeah, I poked through it and I really liked it. I like that they just have like your basic reverbs in here too, on top of what all's in here. Rotary, flange, long delay, reverb 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Octave, phaser, and a short delay.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane.
And it's got a effects loop in there too.
Yep. And it's got 2 expression pedals or spots for expression.
How much is this? I'm
knowing Old Blood, it's probably like maybe on a 279. Is that what it is? 279?
279. Not bad.
That's close.
Especially if you think, who is it? I think it's Kuzak makes a XLR to quarter-inch converter thing, and it's I think it's around that price just by itself. It doesn't have any effects or anything in it.
Yeah, what is that called again? Oh, I'm so mad. I was just thinking about it. All right, so I was actually just thinking about it because I'm looking at getting the Boss VE 500, which is the 500 line for vocal effects, because I want to mess around. And it's always fun to sing in with some reverb. Reverb can make you sound good, even if you sound like crap, like me.
And I always find it interesting to like throw in like some distortion or something if you're feeling.
Oh yeah, if you feel some like Muse coming on. They will not. Sorry, he did. What was it? Hysteria. I think he ran his vocals through like a DS1 or something.
Interesting. Yeah, I know a guy that his band apparently is very Muse inspired, because like I heard him. I think I saw him post about it, so I like checked out their music, and it's like this is basically Muse, but
I mean, but you're like, but not as good.
I don't know. I didn't listen to it that in depth, but one of the guys I work with across from me, he blares the exact same playlist every day, so I'm pretty sure.
At least he's not like one of those guys that like gets super loud. He's like, "You'll love this." You're like, "No, I hated it the past 7 weeks. Turn it down, Tony."
Yeah, like I think I've heard what's Muse's big song that they came out with, like one of their first singles.
Hysteria.
No.
The doom doom doom. Are you Knights of Sidonia?
No.
Uh,
Maybe not that early.
Madness.
Maybe? No.
Mad. I love that song.
That'd be around 2010.
I don't know. I'm not that into the Muse.
I don't either. I'm not either. But like I've heard that, and what else is on his freaking playlist? I think I've heard Crazy Train like at least 3 times
Oh my gosh.
half the time. It's either
Oh,
coming from
man.
him or the guy on the other side of our shop that listens to classic rock. So it comes from one of the two.
At least they're not like dad rockers where he's just like, Randy Rhoads was the greatest, but like playing air guitar.
Now that you said dad rock, that's what it is. Chop Suey. I've heard that at
Let's move
least
it
3 times a day last week.
Wake up, wake up. Make up, make up. Yeah, I wouldn't even be mad about that. I'm sorry. I love Chop Suey. That's a great song, just in general.
Oh, and I think it was yesterday we had Metallica Inner Sandman. It came
No.
on like 3 times. It's like,
Oh,
dude,
no.
get a new playlist.
Yeah, that's bad. All right. So speaking of like annoying songs and stuff like that, so for this week we're gonna have a fun little topic. That's more. It'll just be fun to talk about. So, Chris, how long have you been playing? How old were you whenever you did your first live like rock band show? I don't know if you were in band in high school, but like,
No.
when's the first time you played live in front of people playing like guitar or bass or drums or whatever?
20. See, I was 8th grade when I started. 7th. So would have been like, what was that, 13-ish?
Yeah.
So that's when I started playing. So
Well, maybe like 14.
Yeah, so maybe like 14, 15. No, 'cause I was driving myself to church before then. So 16 was probably my first
Okay.
time playing out somewhere.
And you're how old?
28.
Okay, so about 12 years you've been playing.
Mm-hmm.
What is one of the best songs you played live? Not best executed, but just like what was one of your most favorite songs you played live? And it could be, and you could like be for any reason, because I'm gonna pick one that's not like, it's not probably not the best song I ever played live, but just the fact of like how we played it was amazing.
Yeah, the one that comes to mind is what's that worship song of?
Oh yeah, that narrowed it down.
Yeah,
It's
that
probably
really narrowed it down.
G C E minor D.
I know
Called
Chris Tomlin hasn't ruined it yet.
He already ruined the Kanye album.
I think has he really?
Yeah, well, he didn't really like do a song. There's a video of him and like one of the guys in his band doing Closed on Sunday, and like they added like something to it, and we're like, yep, there's Chris Tomlin adding a chorus to something that doesn't need it.
You know, I think the song was Furious by, shoot, I don't remember who it's by. But we did it in a little offshoot band that I was in for a year, and we pulled it off pretty well together.
I've got one of my absolute favorites that I ever got to play live. It was a really simple song, but it was the fact of where we played it. Well, it's not a simple song. It would probably one of the coolest things that I ever got to do, and it's funny because you were just talking about Metallica, was in Florida they have what's called the Great American Teach-In.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where they bring like industry professionals or different professionals from different walks of life. Like there's always going to be like a firefighter. There's always going to be like the police officer, and they come in and they tell you about their job, and you get to like pick, who you want to hear talk. Well, my English teacher, Miss Morris, her husband, Jim Morris, owns a recording studio called Morris Sound in Tampa. They actually recorded Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
wow.
Ice. Tim Owens with Iced Earth recorded there, which he was the guy who replaced Rob Halford in Judas Priest. You know the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg, Jennifer Aniston,
Actually, I don't
Zach
think I've
Wilde.
seen that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Dude, that's a phenomenal movie. It's actually got good music. I was just listening to the songs the other day from that movie. All right, but anyways, so Mr. Morris came and he talked, and they usually try to do some sort of like visual demonstration or something cool. So since he did a recording studio, there was at our school, there was a band that was always put together by Mr. Ash. He was, I don't even know what he did at the high school. I know it. At one point, he was almost like a guidance counselor, but I think he helped people who had, like not learning disabilities, but like special learning programs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he always had a band, and it was always made up of like the top musicians in the school. Well, I was in the band that year. It's honestly, it was like a revolving door of members. It was great. If you got picked for a year, you were just happy. If you didn't get picked again the next year, you weren't like upset. Right. It was just really cool that you got to do it for a year. We got to play Fuel by Metallica in our high school cafeteria. Blaring loud, just went nuts, loads of fun. So that was probably like one of the coolest things I ever did live. We did some other songs. We did the original Fire by Audio Slave, and we also did Slither by Velvet Revolver. That was pretty cool.
Sorry, I was trying to make sure my cat wasn't dying over here.
Oh yeah.
Oh
my gosh. What's one of the worst songs you've ever had to play live?
Are we talking about worst executed or worst in general?
Let's do both. Let's do like the one song that you're like, I absolutely hate this song, but I'm only playing it because I have to for whatever reason.
See, worst song, I can't really narrow that down because I started playing more often when songs like Days of Elijah and stuff were like the worship songs to be doing. And then we mixed hymns in with that at the church I was at the time. So it was almost like just a pain and like, why am I here some Sundays? And because there was nothing special to be done, especially at that level of my playing.
Yeah.
But worst executed, I don't know. The one that stuck out when we discussed the topic a couple of weeks ago was I attempted to do Where the Streets Have No Name into it's not Jesus is a Friend of Mine, but something like that title. But
wow.
Yeah. The actual song of Where the Streets Have No Name went fine, but for whatever reason, the rest of the band, with like a week or 2 weeks notice, could not get that transition from 6/8 to 4/4 down. And even then, so even when we cut that off, we still could not get just the 4/4 part down.
Wait, isn't there a transition of that in Where the Streets Have No Name? Because the intro,
yeah, you have like the organ, and then you have the actual riff, the yeah, that,
yeah, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's in 6/8, and then you have like the drum does a and that's when you get the, what does he do? I think he does I think he does a like low tom and then snare as kind of like that break, and then you get like the kind of chord thing. But for whatever reason, I think the drummer, because we had a pretty sick drummer, I think he was on point with it. It was just everybody else for whatever reason.
I thought you would be like he was on drugs, like.
No, but it was just rough. Oh, another one was actually tried to do not Revelation song. What is the other one? Ocean. Oh, pardon me, Oceans. I think. I think it was the first time it was one of the times I was leading worship. We actually attempted Oceans by ourselves, and it was so bad that we had to like start over. It was that bad.
I've found. I'm gonna share a deep dark secret.
Well, while you do that, I'm gonna have to go let my cat over the gate.
Okay. Well, but you're gonna miss like part of the whole conversation.
I think my cord is long enough, and I can pick her up since she's still.
Okay. I was like, you won't even hear half the story. How can I keep you engaged?
I'll just come back and be like, yes, that was cool.
Yes. No, it was not cool. All right. So, 5th grade, not summer school, but like summer camp, what they had at the school. They have a talent show. So, I had a guitar, had never played one, and I wasn't even.
So
like,
you haven't like learned anything?
Not even close. It's just at the house. So I was like in 3rd grade, and one of the 5th graders was like, "Yeah, we're gonna do this," and I was just like, "I got a guitar." So they're like, "Yeah, come on." So there's a bunch of I don't know. There's like what 5 of us, and none of us have a clue of what we're doing, and we wanted to do Born to Be Wild. So we I don't know. I don't remember what happened, but I just remember a teacher being like, yeah, y'all are lip syncing. Like, I don't know why at some point we thought we may be able to do this.
Right.
But we ended up like lip syncing and we won.
Wow.
And my sister was so mad because her and her friends did a little thing to what is it, Montel Jordan, This Is How We Do It. Because that was big at that point. I don't even know, but she was so mad because we're supposed to practice or something, and like we all like dicked around and we just did lip syncing and probably looked horrible, but we won because I think we had like leather jackets or something. I don't know. Like we dressed the part. So that was the worst performance I've ever done in my life. Worst performance that I think I've ever done. All right, so this is like really sad. So that's not really sad. I feel like it was a sour note to end. So I went to this church, helped start this church, went to this church for years, and just recently we closed the doors. It's the last service. If there's one thing our church did well, it was worship. We had phenomenal musicians that were all on point. We sounded tight. And we play the song, and I think we started in the key of C, and we played it through rehearsal, and then afterwards the worship leader was like, "Hey, let's bring that song down to B." He's like, it's just a little too high. And we're like, you want to run through it? We're like, no, we're fine. Because we had top musicians, like just top-notch musicians. We could just change the key, no problem. Yeah. The worship leader who was playing keyboard at the time too forgot that he changed the key. So I can't remember what song it was, but I had the intro and he wasn't playing. And then he came in and it sounded like a wall of turds just fell down on us. It was so bad. And it was the last service ever. Wow. It was bad. And like all I could think was like, dude, you said change the key and we did. Why didn't you listen to yourself? That was pretty rough. I don't know. I've done like a lot of fun songs. Like a really cool song we did "Praise" by Seven Dust. I've done that one live. That was really neat. Did "Warning" by Incubus live. That was pretty cool. I don't know why I'm saying live. Like I need to say that. It was
You
not
didn't
pre-recorded.
sit in a studio and record it?
No. That was a real fun one. Also did I did some fun acoustic stuff. I mean when you play like acoustic sets, especially if you're playing out a lot, you pretty much you stick with the same songs because it's not going to be the same people all the time. So you can just kind of run through the same like I don't know, 10 or 12 songs all night.
Mm-hmm.
And the only people who get bored with it are the employees. And at that point you really don't care. I mean you do care, but like it's just that's the thing. Everyone's like, oh, they know like a million songs. They have to play for 4 hours, and it's like, yeah, but you're not sitting there for 4 hours.
Nope.
Like they're gonna play that same song again later. It's just like the radio.
Mm.
But one of the I used to do Blister in the Sun a lot. That was a lot of fun. You know that song, right? Violent Femmes.
Mm-mm. It's not ringing a
When I'm
bell.
walking, I strap my stuff, and I'm so strung out, high as a kite, and I just might stop to check you out. Let me go on. Really?
Nope.
Wow. You're like Patrick
Apparently, we
Star.
need
You're
to
living
make.
under a rock. Like,
Apparently, we need to make a playlist on Spotify for me to listen to.
you know the song "Accidentally in Love" by Counting Crows? It was on Shrek.
You might have to sing that one for me too.
Oh my gosh, what is it? I'm like your jukebox. Like play Diaz. Play this song like I'm Alexa. That one is so she said, "What's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Well, maybe I'm in love. Makes me want to turn around." I don't know the words. I can't
Nope.
remember it. Oh, it's from Shrek. That was pretty big whenever I played out. And then you do all the fun stuff like Sublime, What I Got, learn songs that have like a lady's name in it so you can sing it to the customer and make them give you big tips. I had a lady put $1 bill down my shirt one time. I was 16 too, so that was kind of awkward. I'll be like, "Lady, you just committed statutory rape and propositioning of a minor."
Uh,
Well,
oh wait,
all
this is
right.
a Westminster episode. Darn.
Why? What were you? What did you play? Where did you play? Oh my gosh, Chris. Oh, you're not even going to share? You're like, nope, can't say it.
No, just because I said the cuss word, had to be like, oh wait, this is a Westminster episode.
Oh yeah, I've said some curse words. I'm sorry, Cody. But this episode was brought to you by Westminster Effects.
Damn it.
Now with less potty mouth words. But go check out their line, and even then, and also check out Nose Pedal because that's owned by Cody too. Cody's a good guy. So check out Nose Pedal is all the utility stuff, and he does the mods through Nose Pedal. Like if you want to rehouse your DD, what is it, DD20? That's a popular rehouse stuff like that. He does awesome, cool stuff there. And because you had a Nose Pedal, but you had one from the didn't Cody like make it right?
No, it was still from the old guy, but the old guy eventually finally got it out. It was just the fact that there was like zero communication of it
Now,
falling behind and all that, but this was
Nose
100% the old owner.
Nose Pedal now with 100% more communication.
Yes.
No, but yeah, I know when Cody took over the company, I think he made good by a lot of people too.
Probably because
Yeah.
like you don't want that hanging over your head. That's why when
No.
like I heard Cody was buying it, I think actually around that time, I'm not going to say who it was, but somebody actually approached me because I had kind of made it public that because I was the only way I could get the guy's fucking attention was to go post on Gear Talk B&W, and I had one of the guys like somebody messaged me that was thinking of buying it. It's like, so you would not recommend buying the company? And I'm like, mm-mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because like
I think
when you did
guess.
some Google searches and stuff, you had people like threatening to contact like the
Better Business Bureau and all that.
the Better Business Bureau, and it's like that's just a lot of shit that you're gonna have to go through. So apparently,
Well, here's my question: why are people like so afraid of like think that the Better Business Bureau, like, do they think the Better Business Bureau can like shut down your business?
I don't know, because I don't even know what they do. Like people
They
have
just
that sign on their like work trucks and stuff, and it's like, okay, that
no, that just means it just means that like you have a decent rating because not enough people have complained about you. It's like Google ratings. Like it really doesn't matter.
it's not a government agency.
Yeah, just because it's got bureau in it.
It
Sorry,
sounds
I don't know why I'm like, I don't know why I'm getting so upset about this. Like, damn it, people, they have no power. Be smarter than this. Like, I think that's what it is. I think it's just because I deal with like customers all the time. I'm going to contact the Better Business Bureau. And I'm like,
okay.
I'm going to write a letter to Santa Claus. Like, I don't care. Like, all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We might possibly be taking next week off. Like
Possibly, since you'll still be on your vacation.
I'll be on vacation. Yeah, my buddy Chris, he actually listens to the show every once in a while. He's getting married, so if you guys see crazy pictures of me on the internet, it's probably true. So follow us on Instagram, join our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/the effects loop. It's where we get to like talk about some of this stuff more in depth. It's a lot of fun. Well, it warms my heart when I see people talk about stuff we talk about on the show, because it's like, oh, you're the listener, you're that one guy, the one person listening. But also, if you have a suggestion for topics, which it's always great to get suggestions for topics because then I don't have to try to think, and that's hard. You can send that to theeffectsloop@gmail.com. We actually check that email quite often. And find us on LinkedIn. Oh, our Patreon. Go to patreon.com/theeffectsloop. Give us money. It helps with stuff and things. It's none of your business where we spend our money. So, all right. We'll talk to you later, guys.
See ya.